Guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are back in Sweden with 5 Swedish life lessons. As I mentioned, been back on the Sweden videos because I need to get back. That time gonna fly by to the point, where y'all gonna actually see your boy up in Sweden. But we finna check this out and see these life lessons. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations. Let's check it out.
This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a gorgeous website or an online store. Swedes are so weird. It's incredibly easy to make fun of us, and I love to roast myself and my fellow Scandis every chance I get. We're reserved, uniform, extreme creatures of habit, and deadly scared of elevator small talking with our neighbors. But today I'm going to turn this on its head. After living outside of Sweden for 9 years now, what are the life lessons Sweden has taught me that make me happy and grateful to have been brought up in good old Sverige? Sweden is clean. No litter, no abandoned furniture on the street, no just putting your rubbish out on bags outside your door. The same goes for indoors. Clean, minimalist interiors, everything in its place, and definitely, whatever we do, we never wear shoes indoors. We even have the weird...
I definitely need to get back to... I think I need to change my lifestyle to like a Swedish culture type of lifestyle, because I don't know, it seems like my house is messy every day. It seems. I actually have on house shoes right now, but I'm usually barefooted, especially depending on the time. But I ain't gonna lie, I was at the store and like a bunch of videos, after seeing a bunch of videos, I was at the store looking for like a shoe rack. Y'all like, you know what? Ain't nobody finna be walking in my house with their shoes no more. You know what I'm saying? It start making you think,
Weirdest ever dress code, whole and clean. Yes, sometimes on invitations or as politeness advice, we're told to dress whole and clean. This dress code could actually be a metaphor for general Swedish lifestyle. Make sure you're whole and clean, make the effort to look and behave put together, and everything will be fine. And this is something I didn't realize until I left Sweden, that it's ingrained in my bone marrow
like
to
a fashion
always
model.
make a little bit of an effort when it comes to appearance, orderliness, and everyday coziness. Just making that 10% extra effort really elevates everything in life. We Swedes hate hierarchies. No one is ever supposed to be above or below anyone else. We're all just as good as the next person. Bragging is totally forbidden. Even low-key stating your skills or accomplishments is highly frowned upon, which makes job interviews, well, interesting. This is also a negative aspect of Swedish culture, to be sure, because it stumps creativity. In fact, so few people in Sweden are cocky enough to start their own business that we're super dependent on immigrants to come into the country, starting businesses and employing us good worker Swedes. But the nice aspect of this is that everyone has a voice. No one is intimidated by their boss, no one calls their doctor or their professor or the manager by their surname, or has to say madam or sir to anyone. In fact, when I went to uni, I didn't even know who was a professor or who was a teacher or a guest lecturer. I just knew all of them by their first name. And at work, if a decision...
that's definitely different. But I did a video just recently. If you were watching this, it should have been a day. It probably would be a day ago for you, maybe 20 hours or something like that. But there was a situation I checked out. Yeah, y'all don't even have to see my reaction video, but just go to Jovi's home. She did a video how this one worker, this American company was in the Netherlands. They fired a guy for not turning on his webcam. Crazy, right? American company. They did this, but y'all need to go to Jovi's home and check that video out. I did a reaction to it, but it was, y'all just need to go to her channel, but it was crazy. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. Like, America is really, like, they always say the customer's always right, but it seemed like you value the business over the people, over the worker, the employees and stuff. It's crazy out here.
Or a guest lecturer. I just knew all of them by their first name. And at work, if a decision needs to be made, everyone is encouraged to have an opinion. We often vote on things instead of the manager deciding for everyone. We have a lot of development meetings where the employer tells the employee what they can do better, but where the employee also tells the employer what they can do better. This all stems from Sweden's socialist background where farmers, office workers and directors are all considered equally valuable members of society. I mean, in theory. Obviously, this doesn't run through to 100%. Money is a status symbol in Sweden too, but class in general is not something we notice or judge people by to a super large extent, especially compared to here in England where it seems like your class belonging is a huge part of your identity, and there are class markers in the way you dress, the way you talk, which school you went to. For me, it's very foreign to consider class belonging such an identity modifier, if that makes sense. By the way, do you want me to make more cultural quirks videos about Sweden or London or Berlin even? Let me know and give me a little thumbs up. It's always super helpful when you do. Okay, this is such a small thing on paper, but it makes a huge difference to a society, if you ask me. In Sweden, we cook. Growing up, takeaway didn't even exist at all. Maybe once every 2 weeks we would get pizza that you had to get in the car.
I feel like that was the same with us. I don't know. I feel like I always ate a lot of home-cooked meals when I was young. But it was good to eat out. I think I eat out too much now.
And go buy yourself at the local pizzeria. People bring home-cooked lunch boxes to work every day, very little eating out compared to other countries. We call it husmanskost, houseman's food, meaning the old school dishes we've been eating since the dawn of time. Potato meatballs and lingonberry jam, pea soup and pancakes, and macaroni with sausages and a shit ton of ketchup.
Pea soup and pancakes?
Okay, but seriously, eating home-cooked, following
some interesting combinations. Macaroni, sausages, and ketchup. Pea soup and pancakes. Okay, the potato meatball, that's okay. That's okay. But some other two, that's an interesting combination for my stomach.
Those kind of foods. Okay, but seriously, eating home cooked, following some kind of food pyramid idea with veggies, carbs and protein, I think it makes a huge difference on two major aspects of life. Health, obviously, but also personal finances. Not overspending on eating out or drinking out or even coffeeing out every weekday means Swedes have quite a lot of money to spend on vacations and summer cottages. Well, that and the fact that even the lower incomes are relatively high in Sweden, of course, so the wage gaps are much smaller than in most countries. Most Swedes are, if nothing else, financially comfortable. You know what? Actually, Swedes are, if nothing else, comfortable, period. Comfort is our main motivation when buying a flat, getting a new job, buying clothes or decorating our homes. Easy living, simple, stable, unscary. Which brings me to the word lagom. Every Swede's favorite word. It doesn't have a translation, but the closest thing in English would probably be just enough. Not too little, not too much, just enough.
Just enough.
Nothing lacking, nothing is ever underdone or ungenerous. On the other hand, nothing is ever overdone. Swedes get really uncomfortable around extravagances. You never want to decorate your home so lavishly that your guest will whisper, "Who does she think she is?" Never dress so extra, people will think you're asking for attention. In general, this lagom inclination means Sweden...
See, if you do that here in the States, somebody gonna look at, go in your house, must be nice. Must be nice. Oh, you got such, must be nice. Oh, you got the new, must be nice. That's how it is here. People see something extravagant in your house, must be nice, you know?
Is a mellow, calm, relaxing place to be. No one will ever scream at you on the street, no one honks their horns. On the other hand, no stranger walks up and talks to you or gives you a hug or smiles either. This extreme balancing act, being on the knife edge spot, which is lagom in everything you do. Be nice but not too nice, work hard but not too hard, be honest but not so frank you make other people uncomfortable. This balancing act is taught to Swedes from the day we can crawl. So to us it's second nature and we're incredibly sensitive to detecting when someone or something is unlagom. Kind of like a spider sense. And I know immigrants who have been trying for years to grow this spider sense to fit in and be lagom themselves, but it's a daunting task and one of those cultural intricacies like every country has that is ingrained in everything from language to office culture to dating. I myself, I hate lagom. I'm revolting against it because my personality is not lagom. Okay, when I'm in Sweden, I'm not lagom. Although living outside of Sweden in another country, I realized I'm extremely lagom compared to the non-Swedes. And although lagom is one of the main reasons I wanted to leave Sweden in the first place, it's also paradoxically one of the things I miss most about my
I ain't gonna lie, she seemed like a pretty fancy, bougie type of person, you know? I don't know if that would be a compliment or not for her, but she seemed like she got some nice stuff, nice style and all that.
Motherland. I mean, okay, there is proof right here. Even when talking about lagom, my instinct is to not just lift the positive aspect, but the negatives too. I'm being lagom. In this video about the amazing life-changing lessons we can learn from Sweden, about 20% of the things I'm saying are negatives. To mellow it out, to not be braggy, to stay on the lagom side of things. It's crazy, I do it automatically. I just get super uncomfortable being all positive or all negative about anything. It needs to be mellow, balanced, nuanced, lagom. The most important thing an upbringing in Sweden has taught me is that paying taxes is a good thing. I love paying taxes. I love contributing to a society that has made this wonderful life of mine possible. I grew up in a social democratic society. During my whole childhood, I always felt safe, equal to my peers, and with more or less every possible career path open to me. Free healthcare, free schools, being taken care of when you're old or if you have special needs. It was like being a part of a kind society. When thinking about my childhood, I'm extremely grateful and privileged to feel like I could trust the people around me. No one would lie to me or screw me over. I mean, it of course wasn't perfect. People were struggling in Sweden too. There was racism and sexism and unfairness then too. But there was very little spikiness or individualism or mistrust. For the last maybe decade or so, Sweden has slowly grown more and more to the right, and today I'm ashamed and appalled and fucking furious to say that the racist party is one of the biggest parties with around 17% of the votes.
Dang.
The schools, the hospitals, the care homes that were all free and state-run have been bit by bit sold to private companies who monetize taking care of sick people. There are even private-run refugee homes in Sweden now. It's mind-boggling to me how we could be so stupid to privatize a society that, okay, wasn't perfect, but it was working. And I guess...
Hey, you're trying to be like the U.S., steal that money.
To privatize a society that, okay, wasn't perfect, but it was working. And I guess this will sound crazy to most people, but knowing that the super high taxes I paid in Sweden every month went to creating a safe, well-functioning society where everyone has a chance to study and not worry about paying hospital bills, it made me really happy to contribute, you know? I'm just gonna say it, I love the taxes. The tax office is my homeboy. What about you? What's the tax situation in your country? Free universities, free healthcare, or do you need scholarships and insurance?
We ain't got nothing. Pay taxes basically on everything we have to buy. Just bought some dinner and had to pay taxes on it. You know, after watching all these videos, I understand you pay taxes for a good reason. For a good reason. Some taxes that we are paying for here in the States don't make sense at all.
And all that stuff. Also, is your country lagom or anti-lagom? I love talking about different cultural quirks, and I
think that part depends on who you're talking to.
many more Swedish ones I could talk about, so give me a thumbs up and let me know if you want me to make more of these videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. I had so much fun today, and oh man, this made me miss Sweden so much. I can't wait to visit as soon as I'm all vaccinated up. But also, talking about this,
oh
man, am I glad that I don't live in the place. Too lagom for me. Do you want to create a beautiful site, maybe start your own travel blog? If so, you should definitely do it with Squarespace. They have great...
Okay, I like Squarespace though. I had Squarespace. Pretty much it for the video. But what are y'all thoughts about her lagom? I think that's pretty interesting. You know, consider the fact... I mean, me personally, even though I live here in the States, I always find it that you shouldn't think you're more than what you are. Think you're better than people, especially, you know, being prideful, boasting, telling people that you better. You know, I'm definitely not about that. So that's why I feel like, you know, having a humble, showing humility, that approach is always good. You know, if people see you got nice things and all those things, most times people just know, you know, oh, you must be working hard. You must have a good job. But like I said, you might have those people that come into your house. Oh, you got the new such and such TV. Must be nice. Oh, you got the new. Whoa, must be nice, you know. So always got to be careful who you let in your house or let see your stuff anyway. But now this is good. Like I said, this week I'm gonna surprise y'all, man. Y'all might see a picture up on the page showing y'all I done bought a shoe rack, man. I think it's important. 'Cause I be leaving my shoes in my living room now. And plus, my wife got a new carpet that she don't even like us wearing our shoes on it anyway. So getting a shoe rack. But I enjoyed this. Like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I have for this video. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.